For the 17th Sunday in Ordinary Time, we have this really awesome gospel reading, which really, I think, it's just going to take all of our attention. So, it just starts off, with this beautiful encounter between the disciples and Jesus, or rather, it starts off with a beautiful encounter with Jesus and his Father, and he comes away from prayer, or he's done praying, if you will, and the disciples are they're in awe, really. You think about this, play it out in your minds. He's over there praying, and when he comes back from his prayer, they say, "Lord, teach us to pray." They're in awe of his encounter with the Lord. They know something deep and profound is taking place there. And not that they haven't had, maybe good encounters with the Lord as they recite the Psalms and their own ritual prayers, but they know that Jesus has something in his relationship with his Father that they desire. And as Jesus responds with the Lord's Prayer, he isn't just saying, well, pray this extra prayer. It is becoming for them an outline for encounter with the Father. And, even the simple fact of addressing God as Father, talking to him with that filial boldness, if you will, the boldness of a son or daughter who knows that their Father desires good things for them. So, as we go through the rest of the Our Father, I'm not going to open up every last thing, but, we know that part of the prayer is an expression of trust in him. Part of it is an asking for forgiveness, and as well, leading us deeper in that relationship with God and others, a promise of our own forgiveness of other people. As Jesus goes on in his explanation, he opens up that further, deeper explanation of the persistence of prayer, and using the experience of a human life to open up in a greater way just how good and provident God is as a Father. So at the end he has that line, if you who are evil in a sense, know how to give good gifts to your sons and daughters, how much more so will the Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask. And it's interesting, there's two different accounts of this particular passage, one in Luke and one in Matthew, I believe. And, in one, Jesus says, how much more will the Father give good things to those who ask? But this one, it's how much more will the Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask? And I think it's really important to start with this one, right? How much more will God give the Holy Spirit to those who ask? Because a lot of times we grow up hearing that other account, and we think, well, I want something good in the healing of a loved one. I want something good in success in a job, or in school, or whatever it is. I want something good, and the experience is, well, I haven't received it. Well, maybe I haven't received it in the way that I wanted, and the Lord's still providing something along the way, but also, the distinctive framing gift that the Lord wants to give is his Holy Spirit. And so, we would do well for ourselves if we ask on a regular basis, on a constant basis, on a persistent basis for the Holy Spirit to be at work among us and within us, and leading and guiding us in all that we do. That's the thing that's going to frame going forward everything that we ask of the Lord, and driving us deeper into that profound encounter with him in prayer that Jesus had, that inspired the disciples, and ultimately lead us forth to know more and more just how good and provident our Father in heaven really is.